Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to discuss and review the first half of season 5 of Arrow. And holy shit, this has been a great season so far. This is really been a surprise for me, and let me tell you why. I wasn't too crazy about the first few episodes of this season. I wasn't too crazy about the recruits until Ragman came along. When Ragman came along, then I was like, oh, I like him. He's cool. Not too big on Wild Dog and all that. Curtis, okay, that's fine. But man, this story has been really good. It's been really good. Their story this year is on point. I'm really enjoying this season. Much better than I am Flash, I gotta be honest. And you know what's funny? Every Arrow fan always goes back to season two. Personally, I liked the last two seasons probably more than most people. Number one, I liked the Damien Dark character. I thought that was great. And the Ra's al Ghul season 3, I thought that that was a good season. Yes, they were not as good as season 2, but I did enjoy them. But I did see slowly kind of a tapering off, and I'm like, damn, is Arrow going to end soon? Is it going to be like maybe 5, 6 seasons, maybe 2 seasons left? Is it really losing its appeal? Man, have they made a turnaround. Boy, this story has been great. I would say after episode 3 is when I really started to get into this. The flashbacks have been fantastic. Really work well in parallel to what's going on in the future. Some of the flashbacks from prior seasons just have not been that great. I didn't like any of them from last year in particular. But this season, man, one of the things I got to say that I think they did right was they gave us a very small villain arc, this is something most of these shows should do on a regular basis. All right, with Church. Church is not the main villain. He was there for a couple of episodes as a way to develop a bigger villain, number one, to give a challenge to Oliver and his new team. And it was a good way to allow the team to build themselves within Oliver's ring and kind of develop not only on screen in their characters and get experience doing what Oliver does, but also give us an opportunity to get to know them, to get to know their abilities, their limits, their conflicts, and their story. And I thought that was very smart. That was very smart to give us a villain that led to a bigger villain. And they chose a great actor. I mean, we all remember him from Walking Dead as Tyrese, and he did a great job as Church. I was so impressed because, if you watch The Walking Dead, when he played Tyrese is like a big teddy bear. He doesn't want to kill people. He's pretty kind-hearted. When you piss him off, he'll tear you apart. I mean, he'll kick your ass. But for the most part, he was a big teddy bear. He took care of the baby and stuff like that. Was always trying to teach people to be good and help people and all that. Complete turnaround. He played a prick in the show, but he did such a good job. I was so impressed. And again, another example of a fine actor showing his range, and he did a great job. And it was a lot of fun to watch him, especially watch him fight Oliver, and the choreography this season has been great too. I really feel like I'm watching some of the episodes from like the first 2 seasons because the choreography has just been on point. It's been so good. There's one criticism I got to give, just one. I like Prometheus. I think I'm very excited to see exactly who this guy is, but I got to say, I hope we don't, much like Flash, I said this with Flash, I don't want to see any more Arrow villains. I really don't. I don't want to see any more Arrow. When they made Deathstroke, that was great. Even Ra's al Ghul was great. You know what I mean? We understand, Malcolm Merlin is, his archery is his thing as well. But we don't need any more archers. However, we do understand now, and they did a smart thing by doing this. We found out later in the story that he pretty much trained with the same person that Ollie did. So that kind of makes sense as to why he would use an arrow, why he has the skills he has. But what also makes that cool is that he's not an overpowering foe. We've already seen him and Oliver go at it, and we already know more or less from looking at this, Oliver can beat him. But that's not the idea here. The idea is that he doesn't even want to necessarily kill Ollie. He wants Ollie to suffer. And he knows a lot about his past. Now, look, there's a lot of speculation and rumors that people think it's Tommy and this and that. I personally don't think it's Tommy. I'm actually, at this point, very puzzled to see who it's going to be. I really am. Usually we can guess these things, and a lot of people have been guessing Tommy or guessing that, it's somebody else that is from Oliver's past. And they try, people trying to look back and check it out. Some people think it's Shadow, which I don't buy that. I don't think so. it's definitely somebody we've probably seen before in a very small amount, and enough that when they pull his mask off, we're gonna be like, holy shit! But it's not gonna be anybody we know like right away. You know what I mean? So I'm very interested to see who it is. It really got me excited. And man, that last episode, oh my god! All right, so two things. The first one is when he killed Felicity's boyfriend. Oh my god! Now, with that said, I would expect Barry to be a little bit smarter than that, but still, it was very, very effective. It really goes to show you this whole theme they're going with, where everybody who's with Barry just ends up dying or ends up just not. Things just go bad, you know. We see. And there's another person they think. A lot of people think it's Detective Lance, and I don't think it is. I think his passing out and having these weapons, I think it could possibly be another mind game from Prometheus. Or it could be him in some kind of subconscious state, looking for Prometheus. It's really a lot of questions right now that are not as easy to guess as they were in the past. And I know there's people out there who look up spoilers, and there might be spoilers out there. I don't. So I'm completely oblivious right now as to what it could be. I will never look up spoilers at this point because it's too good right now. I want to be surprised. Now, the Laurel Lance thing at the end, here's the thing. If this is true, if she's really back and not dead, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed because that death was very impactful last year. It's one of the better moments of the show, especially considering that obviously season 3 and season 4 were not the best compared to 1 and 2. So bringing her back would kind of just rip that apart. But I understand they have Flashpoint could be the reason why she's back. I think it's a part of Ollie that's envisioning her there. We kind of get this idea now that while he did love Felicity, Laura was his true love. Laura was the person he wanted to be with. Even when they were on the spaceship, the alien ship, it was Laurel. Laura was with him. It wasn't Felicity. It was Laurel. So I'm wondering now if he's, maybe because of everything that happened, with what happened last year with Damien Dark and trying to help these kids that he's recruiting into his team, getting over the fact that his whole team left him. Obviously, we saw them slowly come back later on in the first half. That he never really had time to mourn Laurel. You really think about that. He really didn't have the kind of time to mourn. Excuse me, this is wires. He really didn't have the time I think somebody would need to mourn Laurel, especially when you consider that they're kind of giving us an idea that he really loved her. So I'm hoping it's just a figment of his imagination, which would probably piss a lot of people off. A lot of people probably come back and say, "Oh man, they trolled us." But I this is a troll I actually want. Now, if she does end up being alive and comes back, I want her to come back as Laurel the lawyer. I don't want her to be back on the streets. I really loved Laurel when she was making a difference in the courtroom, not on the streets. And that might be something they go with. That might be something they do. They might consider, hey, look, if we're going to bring her back, let's put her back in the courtroom. Let's put her back in, making a difference in the city from a legal standpoint. I get the sense that they're trying to go back to their roots. They're trying to go back to what worked. And I think that's a smart move. Which tells me also, I don't really think a lot of these recruits are going to be there very long. I think we'll eventually get back to Diggle, Ollie, and Felicity, especially now that Diggle's on the run. So he's going to have to wear that helmet on a regular basis now. Their portion of the 4-day episodes with the crossover was the best one. It was the best one, man. To bring all those actors and actresses back, like Ollie's mom and all that, it was just great. It was great. It's really been a good season so far. Of all the recruits, I like Ragman the best. Obviously, we found out that, I think they call her, is it Artemis? I believe that's it. I know it's something with an A. But her character wasn't all that interesting until after we found out she was a mole. And that's going to be interesting, too. Like, what's her connection with Prometheus? Who is Prometheus? Will Wild Dog ever get out of that fucking outfit? Because it's so fucking dorky. I just hate that. But the actor playing Wild Dog, I like him. He's been in a lot of stuff in the past. And he's done a good job. It's just been a really fun time watching. I can't wait till Arrow comes back. This has been, while I did like season 3 and 4, I'm really loving this season. Like, back from, like, season 1, season 2 time. You look at season 3, season 4, I'm like, yeah, like, it was pretty good. Damien Dark, Ra's al Ghul, whatever. But man, this one's got the good shit. So I think they're going back to their roots. I think the first half was fantastic. My only complaint is another Archer for a villain. but they did a good job explaining that in the story, so that kind of lowered the blow a little bit. Outside of that, I really have no complaints about the first half of Arrow, and if they keep going like this, I think this is going to be one of the best seasons they've had since season 2, definitely. We'll see, man. It's going to be exciting, and I will probably, much like the Flash, more than likely be doing reviews for the second half of the Arrow season. So guys, stick around for that. But anyway, that's it for this video. Arrow, thumbs up on that first half, man. It was on point. Can't wait till the second half premiere. And until then, this is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. You can follow ETN on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or join the Nation Facebook page. Don't forget to click that subscribe button on your way out.
You're watching ETN. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to discuss and review the first half of season 5 of Arrow. And holy shit, this has been a great season so far. This is really been a surprise for me, and let me tell you why. I wasn't too crazy about the first few episodes of the season. I wasn't too crazy about the recruits until Ragman came along. When Ragman came along, then I was like, oh, I like him. He's cool. Not too big on Wild Dog and all that. Curtis, okay, that's fine. But man, this story has been really good. It's been really good. Their story this year is on point. I'm really enjoying this season. Much better than I am Flash, I gotta be honest. And you know what's funny? Every Arrow fan always goes back to season 2. Personally, I liked the last 2 seasons probably more than most people. Number one, I liked the Damien Dark character. I thought that was great. And the Ra's al Ghul season 3, I thought that that was a good season. Yes, they were not as good as season 2, but I did enjoy them. But I did see slowly kind of a tapering off, and I'm like, damn, is Arrow going to end soon? Is it going to be like maybe 5, 6 seasons, maybe 2 seasons left? Is it really losing its appeal? Man, have they made a turnaround. Boy, this story has been great. I would say after episode 3 is when I really, really started to get into this. The Flash